Hi, second graders. Today, our objective for our lesson is I can add two-digit numbers using branching. So last week, we did addition, but we used our base 10 blocks in our hundreds, tens, and ones chart. So today, instead of using those base 10 blocks, we're going to use numbers in our hundreds, tens, and ones chart, and this is called branching. So branching a number is taking each digit and representing it by place value. So it's kind of like expanded form. You take your hundreds and you put it in the hundreds column, your tens in the tens column, and the ones in the ones column. But instead of drawing the blocks, you write the number. So for example, if you have the number 62, you would branch this into 60 and 2. The 60 would go in the tens column and the 2 would go in the ones column. So let's look at an example. So if I have my addition problem of 45 plus 4, I still have my hundreds, tens, and ones chart, but now I'm going to look at my first add-in, which is 45, and I'm going to break that into hundreds, tens, and ones. Now with the number 45, are there any hundreds? No, there aren't, because today we are just focusing on two-digit numbers. So then I'm going to look in the tens place, and this number does have tens. The number 45 has 4 tens. So I know this 4 has a value of 40, so I'm going to put that in my tens. And then 45 has 5 ones, so I'm going to put that in my ones. So just like last week, our first add-in goes above the dotted line, and our second add-in will become below the dotted line. So 45 can be branched as 40 and 5. It's 4 tens and 5 ones. Now let's look at our second add-in. Our second add-in is 4. Does it have any hundreds? Nope. Does it have any tens? Nope. But it does have ones. It has 4 ones. Now, just like last week, we're going to go ahead and combine our ones together first. So I know I have 5 ones in my first add-in and 4 ones in my second add-in. So 5 plus 4 is 9 ones. Now let's add my tens. I have 4 tens. I don't have any tens down here. So I know 4 tens is 40. So I have 40. Notice how this looks like expanded form. It's just missing that little plus sign. So in my head, I think of it as expanded form as 40 plus 9, which I know is 49. Let's try another one. Now let's do 63 plus 16. Again, let's first look at my first add-in. My first add-in is 63. So I'm going to branch it into my hundreds, tens, and ones. Are there any hundreds? Nope. But I do have some tens, right? I have 6 tens, and I know 6 tens is worth 60. So I put that in my tens column. Now let's look at my ones. I have 3 ones. Remember, it's the first add-in, so it goes on the top. Now let's look at my second add-in. My second add-in is 16. Still no hundreds. How many tens do I have? I have 1 10. What's the value of that 1 10? 10. And then finally, let's look at my ones. I have 6 ones. All right, just like before, let's start by adding our ones. I have 3 ones plus 6 ones. I know that equals 9 ones. Now let's look at my tens. I have 60 plus 10. I can also think of this as 6 tens plus 1 10. So in my mind, I know that 6 plus 1 is 7, but it's not just 7, it's 7 tens. And I know 7 tens is worth 70. So now I have my tens and my ones. See how it looks like expanded form? So if I combine these together, I know that my answer is 79. All right, are you ready to try one with me? Go ahead and get a piece of paper and draw your hundreds, tens, and ones chart, or your HTO chart. All right, now that you have your chart drawn, let's put our first addend in. Our first addend is 11. Are there any hundreds? Nope. Are there tens? There are. Are there ones? There are. So I have 1 10 worth 10 and 1 1 worth 1. Make sure you write it on your hundreds, tens, and ones chart also. Now let's look at the second addend, 44. Any hundreds? Nope. 4 tens. How much is 4 tens worth? 40. And then I have 4 ones. 4 ones is worth 4. All right, let's start combining our place values. Let's start in the ones. I have 1 1 plus 4 ones. 1 plus 4 equals, go ahead and write your answer down, 5. Next, let's look at my tens. I have 10 plus 40. Or I think about this as 1 10 plus 4 tens. 1 plus 4 is 5, but it's 5 tens, so I know that's worth 50. All right, so I have 5 tens and 5 ones, so what is your answer? Your answer is 55. All right, you're going to do another one. This one you're going to do a little bit more on your own. So go ahead and draw your HTO chart again. Draw the dotted line down the middle so you can have that to separate your two addends. All right, let's start with our first addend, 81. Go ahead and branch 81 and put it in our HTO chart. All right, do you have 8 tens for 80 and 1 1? Now do the second addend, 15. All right, you should have 10 and 5. All right, now it's your turn to combine your ones together. So add the total for your ones, write it down below. Now combine your total for your tens. Remember, I think of this as 8 tens plus 1 10, so 8 plus 1, but then it's in the tens. All right, and now write your final answer. So you should have 6 ones, 9 tens, which gives you an answer of 96. All right, you're going to do one more with me. So this time you're going to do most of it on your own again, and we'll check your answer. So start by drawing your hundreds, tens, and ones chart. Draw your dotted line. And then start building your addends. Do your addends look like mine? 30 and 3, 20 and 6. Go ahead and combine your ones and combine your tens, and then we'll check your answer. All right, I got 9 ones and 5 tens. When I combine those together, I got my answer of 59. Did you get the same thing? Hopefully you did. All right, now it's time for you to do an activity, either with your learning coach or maybe an older brother or sister. And so this is addition tic-tac-toe. You'll notice there's all these different addition problems. So you first need to pick out a player to be X's and a player to be O's. Then the first person is going to pick a problem to solve. So maybe they want to come down here and do 52 plus 6. So here they have your tens and ones chart, so you can just branch your number and solve the problem right there. Your answer will go right here. Then your partner is going to check your answer. If you got it right, you get to put your X there. If you get it wrong, then you can either try it again or you can play that the other person gets the spot. But your goal is to get 3 in a row. So go ahead and play tic-tac-toe with your learning coach or a sibling for addition. And then after that, you have a worksheet to do. So this looks similar to the ones from last week, but this time you're going to do it with branching. So instead of drawing the place value blocks in here, you're just going to write the numbers. You'll notice they're all 2 digits. There should not be any regrouping. And this week I just have 4 questions on there. So when you're finished, make sure to upload it into Edgenuity for me.